All right. What's going on, guys? Good morning. It is the end of stage number 5. We're getting ready for stage number 6 of the 2026 Dakar Rally. It was definitely a day for tires. So I saw some footage, and you guys probably saw the highlight reel from the Dakar of Skylar House cutting away at his tire, which seems counterintuitive, but he's actually just getting rid of the part that's already lifted so that it doesn't continue to lift the rest of the tire aboard those Metzlers. And we'll talk a little bit more about that probably in another episode. But yeah, Metzler Karoo 4s for the rear on the HRC bike. And I think it just earned its Dakar badge. It made it all the way around. It made the lap all the way from the remote bivouac or the refuge bivouac all the way back to Hail, or the current one. So very, very interesting to see that tire. That tire is now, I guess it's earned its Dakar badge. You know, the Moose seemed, from what Skyler was saying, or the comments were made, that the Moose seemed perfect, that the rest of the tire was still good, and likely could have pushed a little bit harder. So let's go. I am uploading or getting into the Dakar app. Let's take a look at the standings for today. Let's see. These are, of course, provisional classifications. Here we go. Let's see here. Let's refresh this. It's actually easier, I think, on the Dakar website. So I'm going to read from the screen, but we'll get you the graphics up on the screen as soon as we get them. Let's take a look here. Okay, for today's stage number 5, today was the Bivouac Refugee back out to Hail, to where these guys are going to get some tender loving care from the much needed skilled hands of the mechanics and the teams at the bivouac, rather than them having to work. As mentioned a little bit earlier, tires was the name of the game. A lot of rocks, a lot of sections that were really, really bad. Skylar House somehow stretching that tire from Metzler, that I believe is a Karoo 4. Now, it's probably a version of the Karoo 4. I wouldn't think that they're going to send the same compound that you and I can buy out on the street. That remains to be seen, but very interested to hear more or find out more about that tire. Maybe we get somebody from Metzler on here. We'll find out. Okay, let's take a look. The provisional results for the stage number 5 bivouac, the refugee bivouac to Hail. Well, haven't seen this name on the top step in a minute. Luciano Benavides on the Red Bull KTM Factory Racing bike. 4 hours, 5 minutes, and 16 seconds for him, and then followed by Nacho Cornejo in the number 2 spot on the Hero Motorsports Rally Team bike. 4 hours, 9 minutes, and 7 seconds, finishing 3 minutes and 51 seconds back. I believe this is the biggest gap we've seen between 1 and 2 on a stage since the beginning of the Dakar. So then we have in the number 3 spot, we had Daniel Sanders on the Red Bull KTM Factory Racing. We've got a time of 4 hours, 11 minutes, and 6 seconds for him, finishing 5:50 back. So another 2 minutes. This has to be the biggest gap we've seen in the stages between the top 3. It has been very, very close racing this entire time. So no stranger there. Bradley Cox joining the party on the Sherco. Let's look at the top 10 here. Sherco Rally Factory. He is 4 hours, 12 minutes, and 38 seconds for him, finishing 7:22 back. Ricky Brabeck. So Ricky Brabeck and Tasha Sharena up at the top on this stage getting started, but they did end up with a 5th for Ricky Brabeck aboard the Monster Energy Honda. 4 hours, 14 minutes, and 32 seconds, finishing 9:16 back. He did collect 2 minutes and 24 seconds of bonus time. So very good there. Am I reading that right? Niels Therick, 6th overall on the stage. Again, provisional, but 6th overall on the stage aboard the Cove Factory Racing bike. 4 hours, 14 minutes, and 33 seconds, finishing 9 minutes and 17 seconds off that top spot. Right behind him, his former teammate on the Cove team, but riding the Hoto this time around, it is Mason Klein in the number 7 spot, Hoto Factory Racing. 4 hours, 18 minutes, and 11 seconds, finishing 12:55 back. So just 4 minutes out of that 6th spot. Very interesting to see. It sounds like this stage really, really, I know that from previous performances, Niels Therick has a more calm pace. Now, he's very comfortable riding at a certain speed. It's not the fastest speed out there. There are riders that are faster than him, but a very consistent speed. And with the bike under him that's working. I mean, obviously we all know, we all saw the video that he did have to stop at the prologue and push the bike towards the end due to a mechanical. But here we are, stage number 5, a 6th yesterday with a top 10 finish, another top 10 finish today. So he's got a very consistent pace. This also highlights Mason's restraint and working towards the top of the field, putting those consistently higher. He's been coming up the ladder little by little by little as he gets used to the bike and is figuring it out. So this is really cool to see. And it looks like this stage really did award people that rode consistently and that didn't push too hard. And that being said, on both sides of it, because if you showed up to the bike, or a lot of people showed up to the bivouac, the overnight refuge bivouac, with chewed up tires and just absolutely done with, that obviously going to sleep that night with what am I going to do tomorrow? My tire is literally coming apart. So all teams were guilty of that. And nobody had a better combination. So there was Michelin's, just like there were Metzler's. Everybody had issues with that, especially towards the top of the field. So very interesting to see, how this stage shook out this time around. And it was really no different. There was still the rocky sections. There was still the sandy sections. So there was still a challenge to it. It wasn't a walk in the park. So let's take a look, keep going down here. And then we have Dabrowski in the number 8 spot on the Deuced Rally team, 4 hours, 19 minutes and 13 seconds, finishing 13:57 back. Preston Campbell with a number 9, finishing top 10 in the rank for stage number 5 aboard the Monster Energy Honda. He is on the Rally 2 team, finishing 4 hours, 19 minutes and 43 seconds back. 4 hours, 19 minutes and 43 seconds was his stage time, finishing 14:27 back. Very interesting to see. That is the 3rd place in the Rally 2 category. You have Niels Therick, Dabrowski in the 2nd spot, and then in the 3rd spot, you have Preston Campbell. Again, an impressive performance from Preston on this one, and things are looking pretty good. All right, then we move on down, rounding out the top 10 on the BAS World KTM team, Tony Mullick. 4 hours, 21 minutes, and 59 seconds for him, finishing 16:43 back. So very well done. You have now, let's take a look here. We've got a whole row of Hondas right behind them. Just to give you guys a quick rundown, Tasha Sharena finishing up 12th for the day. Ventura in the 13th spot in the Rally 2 category. And then you have Jusius in the Rally 2 category as well aboard it is a Honda. It's the HT Rally Raid. So this is similar to the bike that Preston Campbell is riding, the same build, I should say, the same build kit, the HT Rally Raid entries. And then you have Skylar Howes in the 15th spot, finishing it up. And let's see here, 4 hours, 27 minutes and 9 seconds, 21:53 back, again, with a really bad tire. It took everything. I'm sure a lot of restraint from him, just trying to make sure that thing made it to the finish line. So any big downtime on this will absolutely take him out of the runnings. This is still a doable gap, especially considering what these guys got coming up. And then they've got one more marathon stage on the other side of rest day. So we'll see how that shakes down. Let's see the other Honda, Van Beveren, in the 18th spot. And then from there, it is the rest of the field, man. Originals by Motul. The fastest Originals by Motul is currently sitting 20th. Pedro. Sitting 20th overall for the stage as Rally Bikes Pedrega team. 4 hours, 40 minutes, and 24 seconds. So let's check the overall rankings through stage 5. And again, these are provisional. And let's see how that looks up at the top. It has turned into a KTM sandwich at the top. Graphics on screen. Daniel Sanders aboard the Red Bull KTM Factory Racing Bike, 20 hours, 58 minutes, and 10 seconds. Now you've got Ricky Brabeck in the middle, aboard the Monster Energy Honda HRC bike, 21 hours and 12 seconds total race time so far, 2 minutes and 2 seconds back. And then Luciano Benavides sneaking up onto the 3rd spot of the podium, 21 hours, 4 minutes, and 5 seconds for him. He is going to be 5:55 back. Tasha Sharena in the number 4 spot, 21 hours, 10 minutes, and 9 seconds for him total race time. Now, speaking of which, and this is absolutely brutal. So the story goes, leaving the bivouac out of or on their way to Haiel. So for today, for stage 5, they did not officially pass through the flags that he needed to in order to, in order to officially start the stage. That just seems strange and off. Usually the Dakar, especially in a remote bivouac, I would think marks the flags or marks the start area pretty well. This is what we talked about in the previous episode, is that it's rally racing isn't just about once the clock starts, how fast you are across the stage and navigating that, but there's other little things that they put in there that you have to watch out for. And that's what makes the rally competitive. You know, you want to be in order. I mean, how else do you start an event with 300 plus racers on the minute, you know, at 8:30, at 8:31, 8:33, whatever, whatever the start times are? These guys are on point with it, unless the start as a whole is delayed. But once they say go, it's go. So they're very, very organized. And I guess this is just one of those penalties. Hey, if you don't follow suit, we're going to get you. And well, they got him with a 10-minute penalty. So that pushed him a little bit off. It pushed him off the podium, but still doesn't keep him out of the race, because you've got a gap of 5 minutes and 55 seconds, so almost 6 minutes between 1 and 3. And then he is going to be sitting in 4th, going to be 11 minutes and 59 seconds back right now in the overall. So things could change. Right now it is provisional. This could be a protest in progress right now that we don't know about. And then they can overturn it later today and then award him those 10 minutes back. I don't know. Maybe that's a thing. But this also may work to his benefit, starting a little bit further back down on these next stages. A little bit of a Dakar swing going on there. You know, I don't know. A lot remains to be seen. But yeah, an absolute brutal penalty of 10 minutes, kicking him off the podium spot. If he did not have that 10-minute penalty, that would bring his stage time to 21 hours, or total time right now to 21 hours and 9 seconds, which would put him just 3 seconds ahead of Ricky Brabeck in the number 2 spot. So we would be looking at Daniel Sanders, Tasha Sharena, and Ricky Brabeck as your top podium without that 10-minute penalty that he currently has. So bummer. We'll see. Hopefully there is a protest in progress. Maybe they're going to fight it. Maybe they're not. And I mean, the Dakar, also the ASO does put their foot down. So they can be that way. Nacho Cornejo in the number 5 spot, Hero Motorsports Team Rally Bike, 21 hours, 16 minutes, and 48 seconds for him. He has got 18 minutes and 38 seconds to make up if he wants that top spot on the podium. Skylar Howes in the 6th spot overall on the Monster Energy Honda, 21 hours, 27 minutes, and 27 seconds. He is 29 minutes and 17 seconds back. So not a bad spot to be in, especially with the mega stage coming up. We've seen these kind of gaps evaporate and riders move up, and also the other way, riders move down. So we're hoping for the best, and he's going to continue to pull. He's putting together a really good Dakar for this year. So excited to see how it goes. Tire issues. You know, we had that tire yesterday, and I don't know if you call it an issue or not, or however you want to classify that, but it's definitely, it plays in your mind, but it shows that these guys know what to do. I need to get to the finish line. This is the speed that I'm going to ride. We're going to make this thing work, and it is what it is, and let's get it done. And well, it is what it is, and he got it done. So very well done on him for getting that bike through the stage with a tire that shouldn't have made it through that stage. Then let's move on down to the number 7 spot, Adrian Van Beveren aboard the Monster Energy Honda, 21 hours, 50 minutes, and 41 seconds for him. He is going to be 52:31 back. Bradley Cox aboard the Sherco, going to be 21 hours, 59 minutes, and 41 seconds for him. He is 1 hour, 1 minute, and 31 seconds back at this time. In the number 9 spot overall at the 2026 Dakar Rally, Mr. Preston Campbell in the Rally 2 category, leading. Monster Energy Honda, 22 hours, 14 minutes, and 13 seconds. He is 1 hour, 16 minutes, and 3 seconds out of that top spot. So very well done for Preston on his first attempt at the Dakar Rally. Then you have Ross Branch, the Kalahari Ferrari from Botswana, Hero Motorsports Team Rally 22 hours, 22 minutes, and 3 seconds. He is going to be 1 hour, 23 minutes, and 53 seconds out of that top spot. He does have a 6-minute penalty that would bring him a little closer to the number 9 spot, but not officially in that one. So let's take a quick run. We've got Dabrowski in the number 11 spot, Mullick in the 12th, Edinburgh in the 13th, Jussius in the 14th spot. Mason Klein currently sitting 16th overall. He's got 2 hours, 19 minutes, and 38 seconds, but he is within, let's see, 19, 14. So he is 5 minutes out of the 12th spot, or excuse me, out of the 13th spot. Just 5 minutes out of that spot. So we've got a lot of racing to go. So we'll see how that shakes loose. So let's see here. Now we're going to take a look. Let's go a little bit further on down. That was Mason. And then we've got Santos, Ventura. We're going to keep on going down the line here, see how this overalls are looking. Taking a little more time on this one because it's we're getting through the stage. We had some things happen, and so we want to see where kind of everybody is at in the overall, at least. Nathan Rafferty, 54th overall at the moment, 29 hours, 35 minutes, and 28 seconds for him. He's going to be 8 hours and 37 minutes back at this time. And then let's keep on scrolling up. All right, and that, I believe, rounds that out. Okay, let's get over to the cars. I want to know about the cars. All right. Here we go for the stage number 5. Mitch Guthrie and Kellen Walsh grabbing another podium top spot in the Ford Racing entry. 3 hours, 54 minutes, and 46 seconds for him. And Kellen, that is a second first place finish for them, a second stage win for them. So very well done on that one in the ultimate class. Then you have Rani Roma, 3 hours, 55 minutes, and 52 seconds out of Spain. He is 1 minute and 6 seconds back on the stage finish. And then you have Prokop in the number 3 spot in the Ford entry. That is the Orlen Jipkar team. 3 hours, 57 minutes flat. And then you have a 2 minute and 14 second gap to first place. So very well done, that top 3 on the stage in the vehicles. Let's take a look here down the top 10 really quick. You have Moraes out of Brazil in the Dacia Sandriders team, 3 hours, 58 minutes, and 24 seconds. He is going to be 3 minutes and 38 seconds back. Krotov in the number 5 spot, M Sport Rally Raid team, 3 hours, 59 minutes, and 58 seconds for him. That is 5:12 back. Ekstrom in the number 6 spot in the Ford Racing entry, 4 hours and 7 seconds for him, 5 minutes and 21 seconds back. Carlos Sainz, probably fuming about the €600 speeding penalty he had to pay, sits in the number 7 spot, 4 hours and 9 minutes or 9 seconds for him, 5 minutes and 23 seconds out of that top spot. Ferreira in the number 8 spot, Toyota Gazoo Racing, 4 hours, 53 seconds. He is 6:07 back. So you have, we're going to call that 6, 7, 8, and 9 and number 10 all within a minute of each other. So 4 spots up for grabs, and they're all within a minute of each other on this stage. Okay, so that is Ferreira. Then you have Vitze in the number 9 spot, MD Rally Sport, 4 hours, 1 minute, and 1 second for him, 6 minutes and 15 seconds back. And then rounding out the top 10, Botril, Toyota Gazoo Racing, 4 hours, 1 minute, and 49 seconds for him. He is going to be 7 minutes and 3 seconds back. And 11, there he is, Seth Quintero and Andrew Short, Toyota Gazoo Racing, 4 hours, 3 minutes, and 54 seconds for him. He is going to be 9 minutes and 8 seconds back. Sebastian Loeb in the number 12 spot, 4 hours, 5 minutes, 27 seconds, finishing 10:41 back. Let's take a look a little bit further down the rankings and see how it's going. I would expect that some of these guys are still out there. It is 6:06 in the morning, so let's take a look at what we got here. So let's look at the stock class and see. It looks like, stock class has finished the stage. Looks like Bakuska, Petter Hansel, and Price are running. And Sarah Price picking up a 15-minute penalty. Ouch. So without that 15-minute penalty, though, it doesn't change. They would still be third for the day. But before we go too far down that one, let's look at the vehicles. We did not do the overall. Let's take a look at the overall. All right, Latigan out of Russia. I believe that's Russia, RSA. Toyota Gazoo Racing, 20 hours, 36 minutes, and 44 seconds for him at the moment. Nasser Al-Attiyah in the number 2 spot. Dacia Sandriders, 20 hours, 40 minutes, and 1 second. He is going to be 3 minutes and 17 seconds back. Then you have Matthias Ekstrom in the Ford Racing entry, 20 hours, 42 minutes, and 22 seconds. He is going to be 5 minutes and 38 seconds back. So very interesting to see how these guys are doing. And then I'm thinking about it, and I go, well, there is no longer an overall king of the bikes and cars in as far as the total stage time for the entirety of the rally. Now that they are running separate routes, technically speaking, they're not the same Dakar. So you can't say, well, was a bike or a vehicle faster at this year's Dakar? Even if it was kilometer for kilometer, one side would be maybe easier than the other side. Canyons more direct, less kilometers on it. There's a lot to it. Unfortunately, you can't say that, but we could play the fantasy game. We'll see what happens. All right, let's finish out the top 10 overall at the moment through stage number 5. Nanny Roma in the number 4 spot, going to be Ford Racing entry, 20 hours, 43 minutes, and 43 seconds, finishing 6:59 back. He's got a 1 minute and 10 second penalty. Carlos Sainz in the number 5 spot, Ford Racing entry, 20 hours, 45 minutes, and 17 seconds for him. He is going to be 8:33 back. Mitch Guthrie and Kellen Walsh in the number 6 spot on the Ford Racing entry, 20 hours, 53 minutes, and 7 seconds for him, followed by Moraes in the number 7 spot. Dacia Sandriders, 20 hours, 53 minutes, and 55 seconds for him, or for them. Then you have in the number 8 spot, we have Loeb, Dacia Sandriders team, 20 hours, 54 minutes, and 39 seconds, finishing 17:55 back. Serdori in the number 9 spot, Century Racing Factory team, 20 hours, 56 minutes, 24 seconds, finishing 19:40 back, or currently 19:40 back. Prokop in the number 10 spot. So picking up a top 3 today, but sits 10th overall in the Orland Jippocar team, 20 hours, 56 minutes, and 39 seconds, sitting 19:55 back. So that is the top 10. Let's see here. You've got Cristina Gutierrez in the number 13 spot, 21 hours, 43 seconds. Ferreira in the 14th. Let's take a look. Toby Price in the number 15 spot. He is 21, 14, 44. Going to be 38 minutes back. Then let's take a look. We'll keep going down here. Seth Quintero and Andrew Short in the 21st overall. 21 hours, 46 minutes, and 26 seconds. Going to be 1 hour and 9 minutes back. And then let's continue on down the line. Let's see how we're doing. Brock Hager and Max Eddy, the fastest UTV at the moment. 22 hours, 51 minutes, and 24 seconds for them. So let's jump over really quick, check out the SSV category for the day, and let's see how they did. All right, here we go. Okay, so hey, all right. You have Cheney and Argubright in the Can-Am. 4 hours, 17 minutes, and 22 seconds, picking up a stage win in the SSV. Then you had Chaleco Lopez in the number 2 spot out of Chile. Can-Ams, man, 1 and 2 on the Can-Am side of the house. 4 hours, 18 minutes, and 13 seconds, 51-second gap between 1 and 2 on stage number 5. Then you have Brock Hager and Max Eddy out of the Loeb Frey Media team. 4 hours, 20 minutes, and 49 seconds, finishing 3 minutes and 27 seconds back. So very, very well done there. Your top 3 in the SSV category, Cheney, Argubright, Chaleco Lopez, and Leon. And then you have Brock Hager and Max Eddy in the number 3 spot. Rounding out the top 10 in SSV, Gonzalez Ferrioli in the number 4 spot, 4 hours, 21 minutes, and 2 seconds. Then is Montero in the number 5 spot, Can-Am Factory team, 4 hours, 22 minutes, and 32 seconds for him. Then you have Miller Gray in the number 6 spot, Can-Am Factory team, 4 hours, 24 minutes, and 56 seconds, finishing 7:34 back. Guerrero in the number 7 spot, 4 hours, 25 minutes, and 10 seconds. Dessel Trey in the number 8 spot on the Loeb Frey Media team, 4 hours, 26 minutes, and 54 seconds for him. And then Anjar in the number 9 spot, finishing 4 hours, 27 minutes flat with a 9:38 deficit to the leaders, or the leader. And then let's take a look. Number 10, that's Andujar. And then you have Rodriguez in the number 10 spot. Santag Racing, 4 hours, 32 minutes, and 39 seconds, finishing 15-17 back. And then we continue on down the line, but very, very well done for the guys. They have Jansky and Murphy in the 22nd spot for this day. You've got 5 minutes and 8 seconds. 5 hours, 8 minutes, and 4 seconds. They are currently 50 minutes behind the leader in that one. Let's take a look at the overall really quick. So still in the overall after stage number 5. And again, these are provisional. They could change. Not sure if there's any pending protests. But you have Brock Hager and Max Eddy leading the way. 22 hours, 51 minutes, and 24 seconds for him. Xavier de Sautrey in the number 2 spot. 23 hours, 29 minutes flat. Got 37-36 back. And then Cheney and Argubright moving up into the top 3. That is a time of 23 hours, 47 minutes, and 51 seconds. They're going to be 56-27 back. So very well done. We've got a podium there with what I would think is some really healthy gaps. So it sounds like they were just going to have to keep through them. Again, remember, we've got the mega stage coming up, and then we've got the second marathon stage coming up next week. So very interesting to see how this shakes down. Montero in the number 4 spot, Miller and Gray in the number 5 spot currently overall in the SSV category. Let's take a look further down the list here, what we've got. And then Jansky and Murphy in the 24th spot overall, South Racing Can-Am, 29 hours, 28 minutes, and 32 seconds. Going to be 6 hours and 37 seconds, or 6 hours, 37 minutes, and 8 seconds out of that top spot. And then that is the wrap there. We've got 3 retirements already in the class, which is actually pretty good considering the stages that these guys have gone through. So, oh man, it is going to be a day. It's absolutely going to be a day. So I haven't gotten the alert yet that the map is ready for stage number 6, but that could have already happened and it just snuck under the radar and didn't see it. But this is going to be an interesting day. I mean, these guys are recuperating. I wonder how the bikes are doing, how the vehicles are doing, how badly beat up they are. If they are beat up, there's a chance that they're still, hanging in pretty good shape if they reserve themselves. But yeah, so we'll find out. So anyway, we're going to get to it. We'll see if we get some information here from Mason on the stage and see how or what his thoughts are on the prologue. So, okay. All right. Let me jump over. I'm going to check really quick because he may have he did send it. Should we play it now? Yeah, we should play it now. All right. Let's get set up. All right. So there you have it. That was the check-in from Mason Klein on tomorrow's stage number 6. Oh, man. Sounds like it's going to be a long day. All right. Well, anyway, that's a wrap. We're going to get this show going, and then we will see you guys for the next episode where we talk a little bit about the day's stage. So stage number 6 coming up tomorrow or tonight for us on the West Coast. It is already the end of the day for the guys over in the Dakar Rally. So we'll talk a little bit more. Anyway, with that being said, don't forget, like, share, subscribe, do all of that fun stuff, and we will see you guys for the next episode.